Hey folks, TJ here, and I'm back with another special video. Actually, I'm back with my continuing trend of fives and tens videos. But of course, I'm kind of breaking the trend. I'm gonna give music a break for now, and now I'm gonna move into a little bit of video games. Actually, so why not? We're on the topic of video games today, and let me ask you guys a question. When you think of any game that you like, what draws you to the game? Like, is it the story? Is it the bosses? Is it the villains? Is it the soundtrack? What is it that draws you to this certain game? Actually, so in all honesty, I think people always say always the boss battles are very memorable, and that is totally true. Okay, so today I'm gonna tell you guys my top five favorite boss fights. Okay, I had a much longer list, but of course, after looking at all of these boss battles that I liked, I realized that there's more than one per franchise. So for me, I like to break that trend. Is like if you're gonna make your favorite boss battle list, you gotta at least have at least one boss per franchise, okay, or per game kind of thing. So that's what I'm doing, okay. So it was very hard to do. So expect a bunch of honorable mentions, okay. So let's dive right in. Here's my five personal favorite boss fights, okay. Number 5 is from the Mega Man franchise, and that is taking on Magnet Man. Yes, what can I say? That was one of the first games I ever got a chance to play, and that was Mega Man. And of course, when I saw the character Magnet Man, I was like, "Ooh, this guy looks interesting. It's a magnet. I mean, just look at him." Look at that guy. I mean, that right there just says it. Okay, that's who my opponent is. He may look ridiculous, but he's a good boss fight, actually. Of course, especially with those magnet missiles, they're essentially like heat-seeking missiles. And of course, I love defacing Magnet Man. Loads of fun. But what else can I say? What good way to kickstart, get me hooked into the whole Mega Man franchise. Actually, it was either this guy or Pharaoh Man or hell even Guts Man. But I personally prefer for this. He was one of my favorite enemy machines to fight in the whole franchise. Okay, so that's that. Actually, coming in at number 4 is a boss from the Devil May Cry franchise. Okay, I'm gonna admit this right now. Devil May Cry is one of my favorite franchises. Okay, and there's so many good enemies, so many good boss battles. Okay, I will say I was considering putting Virgil on this list, but of course, let's see. It was a good boss battle, but holy shit, is he very fucking tough. Okay, but of course. And take your pick either way, but my personal favorite is from the 4th game, and that is the Echidna boss, actually, from that game, actually. If you don't remember that, it's that big, giant Venus flytrap dragon-esque creature. It looks creepy, but cool, and the reason why it stands out as one of my favorite boss battles was that, it was in the 4th game, and this essentially got me hooked onto the whole franchise in a way, and this was the first boss battle where I got like the highest ranked style points ever with a double S ranking, actually, with both Nero and Dante. If you've not played Devil May Cry 4, you fight this thing twice, and yes, first time around I got an SS ranking as Nero. Second time around, same kind of thing with Dante, because why the hell not? And it was very memorable. It was awesome. And of course, you may say it's not as difficult as it is. It's just shoot, dodge, bam, bam, bam. And of course, somehow by some freaking miracle, I did something. I got a super S ranking, a double S ranking in that fight, actually. So that's something, and a feat in itself, and brings me back, good memories, that kind of thing. Coming in at number 3 is from the Mario franchise. Actually, it's actually the Paper Mario franchise. Now, there were several other bosses I was going to mention. Of course, I will mention them right here in an honorable mentions list. I was considering definitely the Koopa Brothers in the first game, Telebloba from as well. But the real standout to me was the Glitz Pit boss from the Thousand Year Door from Glitzville. You know what I'm talking about. Well, he's kind of like a pseudo boss, but what can I say? It's Rawclaw. I mean, why not? Just look at him. You got a little cut out of him. Karma, it's a paper enemy. Look at him. Of course, why not? He looks awesome. Just look at him. Like, when you see this guy, is that he's the top guy that you want to beat in the company. And for the longest time I thought, my goodness, he's got to be based off of a pro wrestler or something like that. And for some reason, I kept saying, oh, he's got to be like Hulk Hogan or the Ultimate Warrior. Well, sure enough, what I kind of did figure out was Hulk Hogan that this guy was based off. But with the hair and all that, maybe a little bit of the Ultimate Warrior, but definitely the red and the yellow, definitely it all reeks of Hulk Hogan. And of course, that's the guy you want to fight in that game. And it's always awesome when you get when I face this guy. And one of the standout things in the entire game, actually, 1,000 Year Door. And it's like, wow, this is something new. Come on, this is a stage. It's a city in the clouds, and you become a prize fighter or a wrestler kind of thing. I was like, this is awesome. This is the best chapter I ever played. I could probably do hours of just staying on that chapter. Of course, not to mention also this chapter of the game, you get Yoshi finally as a party member. And of course, depending on what color you got red, you got blue, you got green, or in my case, I got a white Yoshi. Yeah, I got a white Yoshi. So yeah, so definitely well worth the reward. When you get Yoshi and get a chance to team up with him and fight the champ, okay? But of course, the real villain is someone else. But of course, if anyone's not played the 1,000 Year Door, you really are missing out. You totally should pick up that game. It's available for the GameCube, but I'm pretty sure it's available for the Virtual Console for the Wii U or the Wii. I'm not too sure, but definitely check that game out. All right. Coming in at number 2 is a Colossus, actually from Shadow of the Colossus. Now, there were 2 others I was considering for this list. There was Quadratus, I believe. Yeah, that's how I pronounce his name. He's the second Colossus, the one that looks like a ram or a goat kind of thing. And there's 2 others that tied for this one. But there was Hydrus, which was the sea serpent Colossus, which, believe it or not, is a very close tie with the other Colossus I'm about to mention, and that is Avion. Yes, everyone's favorite bird Colossus. I mean, come on! It's a giant bird. It's a spectacular fight, and it's just amazing. You take to the air. It's absolutely phenomenal. And of course, what can I say about Shadow of the Colossus? It's a visually stunning masterpiece of a game. And for those of you gamers out there that have not played this game, you really should. It's very good. It's very stunning. The soundtrack's amazing. Gameplay looks beautiful. You totally should play this game, okay? And of course, Avion is a big standout amongst all these other Colossus. And Malice, don't get me started on Malice. He was tough as shit. Pardon my language. So yeah. So those are some of my favorite bosses. Before I get to my number 1, here's a bunch of honorable mentions. Virgil, the two Colossus I just mentioned. From Twilight Princess, Stalwart. Remember that thing? That twin fossil thing? That thing was creepy. Andros and the mech boss from Star Fox 64. Don't remember the mech boss. Was the Sector Y boss. Phantom Ganon from any game. What was, Wind Waker or Ocarina of Time. Majora's Wrath from Majora's Mask, or Majora himself, actually, and Ultimate Bowser from Mario 64, or Bowser. Okay, I call him Ultimate Bowser because he's the final boss of that game, and of course, in order to kill him, you got to blow him up 3 times. So there's some of those bunch of honorable mentions. And for my number 1 favorite boss fight is against Ganondorf. Yes. But which Ganondorf and which game? Ocarina of Time. Why not? It's a classic. It's the penultimate fight against the biggest enemy ever, and that is Ganondorf. Okay, and of course, what I liked about it is, of course, being able to play baseball or tennis with him. That kind of thing where you can launch his magic at you. You got to fight him with your sword. That kind of thing. Then, of course, after that, they got to escape the tower. They fight him in his ultimate form. Right there. Penultimate boss. I love it. I love Ocarina of Time. It's one of my favorite video games of all fucking time. Not much to say. And those are my favorite boss battles. Actually, I have a bunch more, of course. So that's that. Let me hear about your favorite boss battles, or ones that were very tough that you really can't stand. I don't know. Okay, tell me all about it. Okay, so thumbs up this video. Please subscribe to my channel and keep it tuned here for some more awesome videos. Take care, folks.